So, hey guys, Ham Solo here, Kilo Zero, Foxtrot, Yankee Romeo. Took a little bit of time off and was able to go on vacation and took my GMRS radio as well as my DMR radio and hotspot again on the road, this time to Las Vegas. And so on the roadway, didn't really hear any communication on GMRS. Tried to keep in contact with the guys down here in Colorado on the DMR. But once I got into the Vegas Valley, GMRS just went crazy. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what went on there, as well as, here's some audio, obviously from the radio and the people talking. And so this is basically GMRS systems working, multiple repeaters in the Las Vegas Valley, as well as maybe a couple other things. So let's get started.
I'm in my car, but I'm using a 5-watt handheld.
No problem. You're hitting the 625 repeater just fine. It's a flamethrower here in the valley.
Beautiful. You haven't gotten a whole lot of responses, so I got my 7-year-old at home listening in right now. I'm sure she's excited to hear us communicating.
Good for her. Good for her. Nothing like getting them started on the right foot.
Yeah, my kids are definitely going to know how to do some stuff.
Anyhow, if you haven't tried it, we have another really good fine repeater here in town. Actually, we've got quite a few repeaters, but two primarily are used the most. The other one is we call it the 700, and it's on low mount potency. And let's see, I think its PL tone is 100.
All the kids that were interested kind of lost interest. If we get enough interest, we will be bringing it back. However, we were donated several Radiodity radios to hand out to kids for free. So if that is something you would like for, I know I heard your daughter earlier, contact me and I will make sure you get one.
Thank you, Joy. I actually saw you on Facebook. I'm going to try to get a message out to you with my cell phone number and other information so I can hopefully join the net. I'm definitely interested in getting my daughter into it, and I actually have a barrel thing I got for her just so I can strap to her while she goes and plays. So she seems interested, but we'll see how far that goes. She's 7, you know how kids are.
Understood. Well, if you want somebody to speak with her, that's not you, you could always call out for me. She can call out for me. I'm generally, usually from around 7 in the morning till 11:30 at night, I'm usually got my radio on. And one other thing, I know you're driving so you can't write, but maybe you have a memory. You could always contact me. You don't have to do a Facebook thing. You could always contact me at my email address, which is my call sign, WRPI257 @outlook.com.
Normal tomorrow. If not, I'm going to have to go over there and see what's happening with it. I tested it today, and I was able to get it on the way to Tranquil Acres in several places. I never stopped to find a good hotspot, but it was getting out that far. So maybe it's just the humidity, the cloud cover. Anyway, I guess we'll stand by here and see if it comes up on you. I can do radio checks if you leave your radio on, see if it ever comes back. Normally it's pretty solid, so anyway, we'll be listening here, and I can hear you a little bit on 220 through the noise, KE0CO.
Well, good evening, Kenyon Ed. Unit number 9, KG0100, Evelyn, Maryland, with no traffic. Merry Christmas. Okay, good evening to you, Rob. and thanks for being here. Merry Christmas to you. Got you checked in. Sounding good. Unit 10, Radio Joe, WRON 573.
Unit 10, Radio Joe, WRON 573. East end of Flamingo near Horseman's Park, which is kind of empty now. I think all the cowboys went home.
Okay, I think you're right, Joe. And thanks for checking in. Good signal.
And here is a view of the Sphere Dome right outside of our hotel. Well, we got to go to the Grand Canyon. This is the west rim of the Grand Canyon. And unfortunately, I didn't bring any of the radios with me, so I didn't get to test anything over here. All right, hey everybody. Ham Solo here, Kilo Zero Foxtrot Yankee Romeo, or WRMV 759. I am out on the road, maybe 10 miles from the house, trying to see if I can hit the GMRS repeater from Chipita Park. Had one of the viewers here comment that they had their parents were going to be living here or are living here, and so I wanted to see if I'm able to hit the repeater from Chipita Park. So let's check it out. This is a GMRS repeater in Colorado Springs, the GMRS 650 from Chipita Park. All right, got this antenna up. This is a tri-band antenna, and it does have a GMRS frequencies in it. All right, so right here at the top end of Chipita Park, Green Mountain Falls, and looking out over the roadway and see if we can get this keyed up. WRMV 759 on the Colorado Springs 650 repeater.
You're just barely readable. I can barely pick your numbers out. Not a good location.
All right, received. I'll try a little lower. I'm right at the top end of Green Mountain Falls, and so I'm going to go down to the bottom end of Green Mountain Falls and Chipita Park and try again. WRMV 759.
I'm sorry. That I couldn't read any of that.
All right, approaching the lower end Chipita Park Road on Highway 24. We're going to try this again. See if we get better signal down there into the springs. Okay, this is WRMV 759. Trying again on the Colorado Springs 650. Station, you broke up this time. This is WRMV 759. Can you copy? Alright, still can't get him, so I'm going to try down a little bit farther.
Yeah, I can hear you pretty loudly. There's a little bit of background.
Okay, received. Yeah, I'm just south of Chipita Park and Green Mountain Falls, mobile, just trying out to see if I can hit the repeater as I'm coming down the pass there. And so this is the first time I got you solid, and I had to come back out to the roadway. So if somebody was in Chipita Park, they wouldn't be able to hear this. Yeah, I'm sorry, 316. I wasn't able to copy any of that. Let me see if I can change position.
Stand by.
Okay, I think I got you right now. Can you hear 759?
That's I was just, and yeah, I've done some testing up that way. And believe it or not, out here from Woodland, but it's very spotty. You gotta be in the right spot. I think the park is called Bergstrom Park, where I was able to reach out.
Yeah, it's hit or miss right now. I'm not getting you fully. I have to keep rolling. I'm off on the side of the road, just past Chipita Park, and you're a little spotty unless I'm rolling.
Had some trouble making it up through the canyon there.
All right, I'm going to go down into Cascade and maybe go up Pikes Peak Highway just a little bit, get to the Christmas Village, and I'll try from there, and then that'll probably be it. Appreciate you coming back to me, WRMV 759.
WRXU 316, stand by.
All right, came down another couple miles, and I'm going to go up the Pikes Peak Highway to Santa's Workshop at the North Pole is what it's called. And this is on the way, like if you were doing the driving trail to go to the top of Pikes Peak. So it's Pikes Peak Highway and Santa's Workshop are on this road, just up a little ways. I won't go through the gate going up to Pikes Peak, but I'll stop in the parking lot of the Santa's Workshop area. So I definitely wasn't able to raise him on my HT. I could hear him every once in a while come in on the HT, but then it was very intermittent, hit and miss. That's just not a very big. That's the rubber duck antenna that's on that KG 916, and so. Good radio, it's just I'm pretty far out, and so I wouldn't expect to hear anybody on that HT. And so just can try one more time up here, get a little bit of elevation at Santa's Workshop on the Pikes Peak Highway, and then call it from there. All right, came up the road a little bit, sitting here just kind of at the top in the parking lot. The parking lot's pretty full. I'll go back down so you can see it here in a second. Just going to try the radio channel from here. WRMV 759 on the Colorado Springs 650. Oh, I heard that on my handheld too.
Hi, this is WRXU 316. You're coming in loud with a little bit of static.
All right, appreciate that. Yeah, I'm sitting here in the parking lot of Santa's Workshop on Pikes Peak Highway, and again, just trying out to see what kind of signal I have. But yeah, you're right, it's pretty intermittent coming down the pass, so I don't think it's very viable up a little bit further than where I was at.
I mean, you're definitely it's good to know that that's a location we could communicate from if ever needed.
Yeah, Roger. And if I'm telling with the double beep, it doesn't sound like we're connected to the Midwest. Is that correct?
That's correct. Connected to the Midwest node. I think the idea is we're on the Facebook group. Alex threw out a vote on how many days a week we want to be connected up to them, just so they talk quite a bit, so it's hard for some of us to try to get in and have a conversation. So I think we're going to just have it for 2 or 3 days or whatever the group decides on.
All right, it sounds good. Yeah, I was out of state again. Just come back to do a little playing around, see where I could get. I think one of my YouTube viewers was asking about Chipita Park, so I was just checking to see the signal from there. Doesn't look like it's very good, especially if you go down the hill into where the houses are. So other than that, I appreciate you coming back to me. This is WRMV 759.
So I see it's ham solo. So the videos definitely from time to time. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe out there driving around. And if I don't talk to you, I hope you have a Merry Christmas. WRX U316 clear and monitored.
All right, so this is the upper North Pole parking lot. Again, this is going to Santa's workshop. So quite a few cars right here in this part, but this isn't the main parking lot. So heading down and gonna turn. This is the main parking lot going to the Santa's workshop. So yeah, it looks pretty packed right now. Got about 2 days till Christmas. Okay, so I had to come down the hill, get over here by Santa's workshop. Had then pretty much constant communication down there into the springs, but doesn't look like it's very good, further up the hill, going up into Woodland Park. I'm getting intermittent radio signal, and I have the bigger antenna on my mobile right now, and just don't have really good coverage. A lot of hills and so forth in this area, and so I have to come down in the springs if I want to get some reliable GMRS traffic. And so maybe in the long run, if we get to place a repeater somewhere in this vicinity, or somewhere up a little bit further, maybe be able to tie into the repeater system a little bit better. But right now it's kind of hit or miss, coming up through the pass and going up to Woodland Park, and that includes Chipita Park and Green Mountain Falls. So this is Ham Solo K0FYR or WRMV 75973. Okay, sitting here in the shack. This is the Sunday morning. This is a DMR Simplex. And our morning 220 group has been conducting a lot of experiments on that DMR repeater that they put up that I was using my hotspot when I was traveling to Utah and Las Vegas and so forth. And so right now we're trying a digital simplex station to station, and we're on the 220 up here like we normally are in the mornings. And then right now I've got DMR simplex running through my 9600. Was on a net with my 897 just a minute ago. And using my IC705 was doing D-Star through the same repeater. And then got my Anytone DMR here through my hotspot in case we want to do regular DMR through the repeater. So simplex DMR, digital hotspot DMR with my Anytone, D-Star with my IC705, and then 220 band up here. So we've been just playing around, having a good time. And I'm only getting one good station through simplex DMR, and we just have a good path between each other. His station's upwards of 20 miles away, but for some reason I have a great path always to Jeff, both on 220 and on DMR simplex. And so just horsing around a little bit. This is Christmas Eve.
Victor, are you on frequency? Go ahead.
So programmed in a channel called Test Digital 441.000, and that's what we're trying. Again, depends on the path to each of these stations, and I'm only getting one station path. And again, like I said, he's 15-20 miles away. Some of the guys are closer, but there's hills and mountains in the way. Yeah, this is K0FYR on Digital Simplex, and I cannot hear any other station other than Jeff breaking the squelch on my radio. K0FYR. And so we kind of go back and forth. We'll talk on the 220, and then we're testing the DMR here.
Well, I'm fortunate. I'm hearing everybody so far. I don't know if Greg joined in or not. I know you had a real good coffee with Greg yesterday.
All right, well, that's just kind of the end of the video. This is more stuff that's been going on probably for the last 2 weeks, and hadn't really had anything to post. You know, was doing vacation stuff, filming here and there, different aspects of playing around. And again, the main focus was trying to see about the GMRS. Why don't I hear it on the road when I'm traveling a lot? And I'm keeping it scanning on the travel channels. Just don't hear anything until I get into the bigger cities, like you saw with Vegas, and down here in the Springs, even through Denver. But once I'm out on the road, I mean, I hardly ever hear anything on the GMRS. It's the same with 146.520, the calling frequency simplex for regular ham radio. Almost never hear anybody on it unless you're passing through a city. And so, you know, still playing around with stuff. You know, was got a comment about Chipita Park, and so wanted to try the GMS repeater. You're looking at the distance of about 15 miles to the repeater from Chipita Park, and it's through mountains. And so that wasn't a good signal quality there either. And then that part at the end there was just us playing around with like 5 different radios and different different calling frequencies, and trying out different digital modes as well as 220, you know, keeping it alive. And so just playing around during vacation time and Christmas, you know, came and went, and just setting this as the end recording. So it is now New Year's Eve. I'm sorry, it's New Year's Day, New Year's Eve last night. And so this is the end of the video. Hope y'all liked it. This is just what I've been doing for the last couple weeks, and you know, should have there's a lot of neat things coming up in January, including another one of my last few states for summits and parks on the air. And so we'll be getting to that. There's supposed to be a ham fest. There's also supposed to be some other interesting things occurring, Winter Field Day. And so going to have some good videos coming out. Got MFJs sending me some stuff so I can test out some more stuff. And so it's the end of this video for right now. This is Ham Solo K0FYR or GMRS WRMV 75973.